Hello everyone, I'm Sandy Anastasi, psychic channel, intuitive astrologer, and soul coach. This is my editorial, also my blog, for April of 2017. I want to thank you first of all for stopping by, and if you have any comments on this editorial, I would love to read them, so go ahead and comment below. First, have you been experiencing a feeling of personal pressure and intensity, even urgency? A feeling that you need to hurry up for something, but can't quite put your finger on what it is? Are you inventing emergencies to run for, or even tricking yourself into time crunches that have you running and playing catch-up daily, all day long? You're moving so fast. Can you even remember what you were doing at this time last week? If you are not alone. Most of us are so busy these days, racing through life. We're so involved with our own responsibilities and activities that we aren't taking the time to poke our heads up out of the fray, to notice that everyone else seems to be doing the same thing. We don't even realize that we've become so used to racing from thing to thing that when we do occasionally have a rare moment to catch a few breaths and relax, we look frantically for something else to fill that space with instead. What's up with this? Well, since my guides are astrologers, I've got to look at this astrologically first. We are moving, you see, through a T-square in the cardinal signs of Aries, Capricorn, and Libra. In fact, there is an exact square right now between Jupiter and Pluto in the signs of Libra and Capricorn, respectively. The Sun moving toward Uranus in Aries is pressuring these planets to take action. That action in your life is likely something that actually began all the way back in 2010 or 11, when Uranus first entered Aries. Jupiter rules expansion, growth, travel, moves, higher thought, education, religion. Uranus rules opportunity, revolution, and sudden changes of all kinds. Sometimes it's even explosive energy. And good old Pluto is changing the very foundation of our world right now, from our governments to our religions to our monetary and economic systems, with our foundation feeling like it's being ripped out from under us. As a race of beings, our childhood is at an end, and we are being pushed out of the nest. Uranus has about another year and a half left in the sign Aries. That means that in the next year and a half, our world will have totally shifted. A new era for humanity will have been born. Most of us are reacting to all of this unconsciously. We complain about our government officials or our religious leaders or religious groups without recognizing the big picture, which is change. The thing is, you can't have growth without change, and it's time for us to grow to our next level of being. All the way back in the 1980s, I received a clear vision from my guides. They showed me all of mankind as if we were suspended in a solution being heated in a beaker over a Bunsen burner in a chemistry lab. As I watched, all of us began to move faster and faster as the heat turned up in that beaker, just like you would see if you were looking at a pot of water on your stove as it reached a rolling boil. As I watched, finally a critical point was reached in which a magical event took place. A new compound that had not ever existed before was created. This happened in the same way that you might separate the curd from the milk by boiling the milk with lemon or the ghee from the butter by slow heating. The new humans floated to the top, and any that didn't make the butter, didn't make the change, ended up on the bottom, just like the sediment left behind at the completion of any chemical change. The new compound that floated to the surface, I was given to know, was the new mankind. This vision immediately switched to a creation of a diamond over 1,000 years through the application of heat and pressure to carbon-based minerals, followed by the diamond being forced to the Earth's surface through a volcanic eruption. I immediately understood that both visions were showing the same thing. Our very biochemical structure, my friends, is undergoing a complete transformation. We all find ourselves under pressure that continues to mount. We add to these by creating our own internal emotional pressure. Our movement hither and thither is creating heat through friction. We are all diamonds in the rough, approaching our metamorphosis to something new, shinier, stronger, and better. Many of us now are searching for a spiritual connection from within ourselves to a higher source. I believe this is the missing link in our final step that will allow us to deliberately move to our next level of being, our new consciousness. Without that connection, we cannot find the lava tube to carry us to the higher levels with deliberate intent. Without that connection, you remain a part of that solution on the Bunsen burner, being agitated externally to a point where you undergo an internal biochemical reaction. You generate your own explosion without conscious volition. You are then moved to a new level of consciousness as your attachments are momentarily stripped away. At that point, it becomes your choice. Return to the chaos, or move forward and embrace your newly awakened awareness and step into being that next level human. What I am saying here, my friends, is that we can go willingly or we can be dragged along. But either way, we are all being given the opportunity right now for unlimited growth, to attain our next level of consciousness, to find the diamond consciousness within ourselves. The spring is a time of rebirth. What a wonderful, wonderful time to become conscious in your own journey. I'm Sandy Anastasia. My guides and I have loved sharing this wisdom with you. Thank you so much for coming by. Visit me on my website, www.sandyanastasia.com. Thank you so much. See you next month.